and welcome to, I guess, my first ever podcast. So this is, well, I'm already lying. I did end up filming a podcast episode a while ago. I think it was, I don't even know, dude. I think like a month ago, a long time ago. I ended up filming a podcast episode because I was in the mood and I just did it, but I didn't really like plan it. So basically it kind of just ended up not working out because I didn't have a plan and I ended up just like rambling about like stuff that didn't make sense. So yeah, that didn't end up getting posted. But I'm back and I'm here trying again, doing episode 1 again. As you can see, well, if you're listening, then hey. If you're watching, I am in my car. For 2 reasons. One main reason, really, is that I never have a free house. During COVID lockdown, I've obviously been locked down with my fam for like I think it's coming up to 2 years now, which is mental. But obviously been on lockdown, so I have been around them all the time, which is something. But it means that I never get a free house to film or do any of the other things like, I mean, I could do this, but I also get embarrassed. So I'm currently sat in my car, literally surrounded by trees, just no one around, not a soul, but that's how I like it. So main reason is that. Second reason is also just I feel like the acoustics are nicer in the car, obviously, because it's like a silencer, it's like a booth kind of thing. Whereas in my room it's like a little bit echoey, but not really. So anyway, if you're watching along, I'm currently sat in my car. But yes, I've thought about doing a podcast for ages, for so long. I put it off because I feel like so many people do podcasts at the moment, and I understand that like it could get a bit boring because I feel like you've got to like think that you're really interesting to like do a podcast and think that it's like good, right? So I'm sat here doing one, but my thought process behind this was, so I do like to listen to podcasts. I don't listen to many podcasts. I have like 2 that I really like, and I'll like listen to every episode. But apart from that, I don't really listen to many. So the only podcasts that I do listen to are Emma Chamberlain's podcast, which is fantastic, by the way. They're really, really good. So highly recommend hers. And then the other one is Colleen Ballinger's podcast with her husband, Eric. So they're the 2 that I listen to. That's like it. So I'm not like a big podcaster person, but I like the concept of them, and I'm getting way, way more into them. So I'm excited. But basically, I wanted to do my own because obviously I listen to Emma Chamberlain's, and Emma Chamberlain's, as I said, is really, really good. But I like it because she talks about a lot of issues that I guess I'm going through, or just she seems to be able to talk about issues that like so many people are going through, and I'm jealous. And it got me thinking. I was like, the fact that she goes through all this, and as am I, and apparently so many other people, maybe it would be a good thing if other people were talking about it. And also, like, I wouldn't say I'm opinionated. I'm not really like an opinionated person, but I do like to talk about things. Like, there's a bunch of, I was like making a list the other day of like everything that I wanted to talk about, and it ended up being like a long list because I want to talk about like sexuality things, gay things, gender things. I want to talk about like all the main like issues and like my mental health, and I want to talk about like what I'm going through personally. So many other things. There's like so many things, internet things, TikTok things, just a lot. But like I want to be able to be like really open and like, I don't know, I guess just be like, I don't know what the word is. I just want to talk about issues that I think about a lot, and then hopefully if other people are also thinking about them, because like I never like hear about other people with the same shit as me. So in a non-disgusting way, I'm hoping to be relatable, but not in that way. We can just relate and just talk about shit that's going on that people don't normally talk about. I don't know why I'm making this such a long-winded answer. This is also partly why I put off a podcast for so long, because my mind is not... It goes off on one. It doesn't really make sense a lot of the time. Anyway, I do have a concept for today's video. I'm very excited. I was lucky enough to be able to get the new iPhone 13 Pro. Here I have it. If you're watching along, look how pretty. It arrived this morning. I was contemplating what I wanted to do because this is a big moment for me. I don't usually get technology a lot. I know most people on the internet act like technology and like expensive things are just so easy to get. No, I get an iPhone and I want to make a video about it because I'm like, I'm just so excited. And like, this was like a big deal for me, as I feel like it is for most people. I was very excited, but I couldn't decide if I wanted to do a live stream on TikTok or if I wanted to film a YouTube video or do a podcast with it in and just like make it like a little segment-y thing. I couldn't decide. So I went with podcast because I feel like it's partly a YouTube video and it's partly a podcast, so I can get away with it. Nice. I'll decide if I edit that out or not later. Anyway, so yes, I wanted to talk about my phone, I guess, first. Here's the iPhone. I can talk all nerdy and talk about the specs and shit because I'm that kind of person who like watches the like reveal video thing that they do. Yeah, like I'm that person. So usually when the new iPhones come out, I couldn't really give less of a shit. I feel like for so many years they've been like the same phone with like two differences, which is like annoying and I don't like it. So I've been happy with mine. My current phone is the iPhone XR, which was like the cheap 11, I think. So basically the 11. Anyway, saw this and kind of lost my shit a little bit. Like, I don't usually get excited, and I got really fucking excited about this. One, because of the new design with the like squared edge, which I'm obsessed with. Secondly, the new color. This is their new like Sierra blue. I am so fucking obsessed with it. I couldn't stop looking at it until it arrived at my house. This is like my favorite color in all of existence. It's like a gray blue, but like it's matte on the back. Oh my god, it's fucking dreamy, dude. So there was mainly like the color and it looks gorgeous, which I wanted. But then there were other pros like battery life, and I got the Pro, so it's got these like 3 cameras, which I've like been wanting for a while, because you could do like the wide angle and it makes your Instagrams look better. And you've got like the telephoto, which is also really helpful. There's also a bunch of other like filming things on here, like cinematic mode, and there's new macro mode. Like, just the cameras are so next level that I was like, fuck, I need this. So I got really, really excited about that. There's also a bunch of other things. I think iOS 15's already on this, and I'm sure there's so many other things. Like, there's their new like glass that doesn't break, and there's like better waterproof things, like so much. I mean, I will also say that I was having a lot of issues with my phone at the moment anyway. My storage is running out, so you know what it's like when your phone is starting to run out of storage. It will not let you do anything. I take like 3 pictures and it's getting on my tits. It won't let me record a Snapchat. It's just like getting a bit annoying. Also, a while ago, completely crushed the screen and completely smashed into bits. So I got a replacement, but I didn't want to pay 300 quid for a replacement. So I got the cheap, like, 90 quid one. Which now in hindsight was a bad idea, because ever since I got it fixed, it has not stopped glitching. It's just annoying as fuck. I get like a droplet of water on it and the screen doesn't like it. And just I have to switch it off and wipe it off. Like, even like the even like the tiniest little like molecule of water on the screen, and it'll just not like it. Anyway, I've been talking for 8 minutes or 12. So here it is. I'm gonna do a little. I guess it's like a little bit of ASMR as well. There's some little pull tabs on the back. I'm gonna see if Was that good? I don't know. It didn't make a lot of noise in real life. Okay, so I'm very, very excited. Holy shit. I have to put the lid back on. I can't believe that's my new phone. It looks so much better in real life. Holy shit! I can't get over that. Dude, it's so fucking gorgeous. I'm like a little bit angry. Okay, wait. See, I'm mad. In the camera, it doesn't look like it looks good in the camera, but like in real life, it's like matte and shiny, and the camera bezel thing is fucking stunning. I'm such a fucking nerd. Also, like, this shiny edge, when I was seeing like videos and stuff of it, I didn't like it at all, and I was like kind of mad about it. I'm so glad I got the blue. I almost got the like black one because I was like, I'm a bit of like a simple whatever. Like, I've never been bothered with like the colours of the iPhone because I always feel like the black one just always looks the best. And I chose this one, and then I was slightly regretting it, but I can't even like touch it. I feel like it's not worthy of touching. Okay, I need to shut the fuck up because this is not interesting for a podcast. Oh my god, do you see that? I really don't want to drop it. Do you see the fucking camera though? Dude. I shouldn't be this excited, but you know what? I don't give a shit. I'm really fucking excited. Okay, I'm almost scared. I'm really scared to touch it. I don't want to touch it because I don't want to like fuck it up. Oh, it feels magical. Oh my god. Okay, there's a screen pulley thing. I hope this is good ASMR for you. That didn't make a single sound. Are you joking me? Look how... I can't believe this is my new phone. It's so stunning. I'm getting a boner. Over a phone. Dude, this is so gorgeous. I'm so fucking excited. I'm so happy I got the blue one. Are you joking me? Fuck me. This is... I'm so scared to touch it. Right, well, I'm going to shut up about the look of it because if you're not if you're not watching this video, it's literally pointless. This is fucking stunning. I can't get over it. I would set it up, but as I said, I'm in the middle of the woods. I don't have Wi-Fi. I just kind of wanted to get it out and look at it because I'm so fucking excited, dude. It looks stunning. I'm stupidly thrilled. I'm not like other girls. I'm a fucking nerd. Okay, little cable, little sticker, that's all that's in the box. Anyway, this was a good moment for me. I'm so fucking excited to get that set up. Hopefully that was vaguely interesting for you. I do not know. I'll probably end up cutting a lot of it out. Anyway, so that was my first thing that I wanted to do on the pod. New phone, talked about the specs, blah, blah, blah. So I did think about getting maybe like a thing, because I feel like most podcasts kind of have like a thing, like they'll have like a recurring segment, I guess. So I wanted to do that with you guys. So I thought, just off the top of my head, I think I'm just gonna do like a positive and a negative, which is dumb, but I'm gonna do it anyway because I want to. So off the top of my head, my positive, at the moment, something that's making me happy is houseplants. Actually, I want to change my answer to alone time. This is my new favourite thing at the moment. I want to talk about alone time. It's the best. I have been... Okay, well, this goes so much deeper, but I've been struggling with my mental health recently. It's been an extremely up and down thing all during lockdown. All over the fucking place. But recently I had a really, really bad week where I was just like... I don't like saying depressed because I feel like it's like such an extreme word, but I kind of was. So I had that for like a week, and then to me it just went out of nowhere. I'm sure there was some reasons like in the background that I didn't clock onto, but it felt like it just went out of nowhere. And then I've just been like good, like really good for like over a week now. Can't really explain it because I don't really know why. I was like feeling so down and low and just like no motivation to do anything. And it was a bit scary, really, because the whole time I've had my anxiety, like my anxiety has been an issue for like 4 years now, coming up to 5. Um, and like it's ruined my life. Like I'm not like not being dramatic at all. It really, really has. But for some reason, I've always been able to be and stay positive and just be able to like just like not let it affect me, which I don't quite know how I did that. I think it helps that in general I'm like quite, I don't like tooting my own horn, but like I'm quite like a positive person. I love to, I always think of the positives in any situation. And I'm good at it. Like I like to think of the positives. So even if I would, have a massive panic attack for 2 hours and feel disgusting and not be able to get over it, I'd still be able to always think of the good time or like the good that comes out of it. I'm always able to think of, oh, well, this happened because one, it's going to make me stronger for the future, and two, it's breaking the mold that I'm stuck in and blah, blah, blah. And I just give myself all these reasons that made sense, and it does. But I was just so good at it. So more recently, now that it's coming to the end of lockdown, do I just get into the full the full shebang? Okay, so this will come back to why I like my alone time. I promise. As I said earlier, I don't shut the fuck up and I talk a lot. So lost my job at the beginning of whatever, but that was such a big deal for me because I hadn't been able to get a job or I missed out on college and I didn't go to uni, and I just was missing out on so much because of my anxiety. So when I got a job, it was like, finally started getting better, finally started being happy. I went away on holiday with a mate for like 10 days and I didn't have a panic attack the whole time. And I just like had fun and I didn't think about it. Like it just didn't cross my mind. And I always come back to that I always come back to that time in my life where I went on holiday with a completely different family for 10 days on my own, which for some people sounds just like whatever, but to me, oh my God, it was like the biggest deal. But I did it and I was happy. But during lockdown, like at the beginning of lockdown, I was still happy because I was good, and I was like, shit, it'll be like a month off work max, and then I'll be back at work and I'll be good. Oh, how we were all so stupid. But yes, as you already know, that did not happen. So the longer it got, I started slipping back into my old ways. Because if you think before my job, I'm not joking, I just sat in bed watching a shit ton of fucking YouTube, so much Netflix, scared to leave the house, like so many. I mean, this was like meant to be a whole episode like on its own of me talking about this, so I don't want to get into it too much because I'll probably end up talking about it in like a whole episode, because there's a lot to it. But I want to talk about it, and I like talking about it because I think anxiety is such like just like mental health stuff in general is such a wide like issue, and I have felt so alone, like by myself dealing with it for so long, that I'd like to think that if I just talk about my situation and like what I went through, that I'll either like help someone or they can relate to it and they'll be able to be like, oh shit, yeah, I do that, or like that's what mine is, or like I don't know, just that kind of thing. Anyway, getting back to what I was trying to say. Obviously lost my job, blah 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 blah. But during that time, during lockdown, I felt myself very slowly falling back into my old ways. But to me, felt worse than it was before, and it felt like it just kept going down, and it was not good. So that's where I got up to fairly recently, like past month or two. I just got really, really tired and really depressed and just not good. I think to me though it makes sense. Like I understand why I was. I understand why I felt the way I did because obviously, I had lost my job and I felt I was unable, like I felt like I was unable to get back into it, and I was starting to get like my old panic attack. Well, I don't really have panic attacks anymore, but I was getting like my old anxiety over like leaving the house or like going for a drive or like going and seeing my mates. Like I was starting to get like stupidly anxious about seeing my mate, like, which I hadn't had in so long, and it made me angry because I was like, fuck, I'm back here again, of course. And it just really affected me this time because as I said, I got to that place where I was happy. I was working good, not really thinking about my anxiety like at all. And it was like the world was like teasing me. I was like, this is what you've wanted for literally 4 years, to be like, in my head, normal. I know that that's not, it's not, but in my head, a normal person just has a job and like gets on with things and is able to do them, which is all I wanted. And then I got it, and then it got taken away from me. So in my head, I'm not surprised I got depressed at all. Like, it was kind of, I'm more surprised it didn't happen sooner, because I'm in a bit of a weird space where I'm not able to like express my emotions very well, but at the same time, all I do is think about my emotions and think about how I feel, and it gets exhausting because you're just mulling over how you feel all the time, and yet you can't cry and you can't get angry and you don't get angry, which is what I think I found difficult because there was no like outlet. I was just like living these emotions, but there was no like release, I guess. So I'm very much not surprised that I ended up getting into that headspace of, I'm never going to get out of this. I'm just going to give up. And I gave up, and I was just like, I can't do this anymore. I'm really tired. I'm really tired and bored of staying positive and trying to be good and blah, blah, blah. And I was just over it. So I had that for like a few weeks, maybe going up to like a month. And then to me, it felt like all of a sudden I just was good again. And I was happy again. And I was wanting to do stuff again. And it just like was this weird lift. And I started working out. I mean, it makes sense. This is the annoying thing, is my brain will always think of the logistics of it. So I understand like why. Because I felt slightly better, so I started working out again, and I've been quite consistent with that. Like I've been able to work out almost every day for like the past week and a bit, maybe 2 weeks, which doesn't sound like long, but it makes me feel better if I've just done a bit of exercise. Little things like even like getting my iPhone, like that's like a positive to me, and I got a haircut recently, which sounds dumb, but that was like a good positive to me. I was able to go and see my therapist because the week before I wasn't able to because I was not feeling great. So I was able to go and do that. I was able to go and do this appointment that I needed to do, which I wasn't able to do the week before. I was able to go out and see my mates and not be anxious, and I just did it, and I had fun, and it was good. So just, I mean, so many other little things as well, like just here and there, like moments I'll be happy and have my music in. I'll just be like so happy that I've got my music in and I'm good. I'm feeling good. So I think those little positives are like the key to staying where I am at the moment. I am slightly worried that I'm not going to be able to stay here for as long as I want. But also, I know that if it does end up coming back and I end up getting back in that headspace, I can think about this 2-week period where I've been really, really good. So, positives. Keep positive. But yeah, anyway, I've been talking for a long time about my anxiety. I didn't really want this to become an anxiety or mental health based one. I will talk about that in like a future episode. I'm sure I will. But I'll probably do like start to finish and properly talk about it. Anyway, getting back to my point of alone time. So, because I've been good recently, I've been trying to get out and do as much as possible, and like take advantage of feeling good. So I've been coming out, doing stuff by myself, which for so long I've been putting off, and so long I've been like, it's stupid though, like why would I go and hang out by myself? Like why would I do that? Like that's not going to be fun. Like I need someone else there to like make it fun. And I've just put it off for so long because I just thought it was like dumb and stupid and there was no point. Alone time, what the fuck was I saying? I just had to check that everything was working because I got worried that I get really paranoid that it's not working properly and I'm just going to be like babbling away and it's not going to be recording it. So I just checked, but now I've completely forgotten what I was talking about because my brain is stupid. I think I was talking about alone time, how I put it off for so long. I think I was there. But as I said, because I was going through my good period, I was like, I want to keep this going. I want to keep on like doing something every day so that it's not, I don't slip back into my old ways of just not doing everything every day and, you know, blah, blah, blah. So I started going out by myself a bit more. Just like I would go on walks with the dog, or I'd actually come here. I walk here quite a lot. This is like an area near me that I really, really like because it's really pretty and quiet. And I came here recently and it was sunny out and I was like, fuck, I was at home in bed and I was like, oh, fuck, I really need to do something. Like I need to get out. So I put the dog in the car, came out, it was sunny. I went to the shop, I got myself a sandwich, a meal deal, absolutely brilliant. My go-to meal deal is, at the moment, it's chicken, bacon and lettuce. Banging. I've only just recently kind of figured that sandwich out. That sounds so fucking stupid. I used to be a ham and cheese sub guy. And then I was duck wrap guy for a little bit. And now I'm on chicken and bacon. Okay, I need to shut the fuck because I'm talking about sandwiches. This is why a podcast isn't good for me. If you like a rambly podcast with so many different like subplots and like storylines, this is the podcast for you because I don't ever stick on the same fucking subject. I was like, let's do a quick little segment where we just say a negative and a positive and it's turned into my entire mental health history. Okay, shut the fuck up. I came here for a walk with the dog. It was brilliant. I had the best walk ever. Okay, I'm being a bit dramatic now, but it was a very nice walk. And then I sat and I listened to a podcast, Emma Chambers' podcast, and I ate my sandwich in this like sunny forest on a bench, and it was just like the wind blowing, and it was kind of magical. It was like the most content I've ever felt in my life. So I was like, fuck, I need to do this more often. So I went on way more dog walks. I went on way more like drives out by myself. This doesn't sound like a big deal, but like I went and did my therapy, and then after my therapy I went to Pret and I got myself a toastie and a drink, and then I went to the local park and I sat under a tree in the park and ate my toastie, and then I laid down leaning up against a tree and listened to a podcast. And I felt like the main fucking character. I was like, wow, there's a film crew on me somewhere. Like I'm sitting under this tree with like full leaves, like literally falling around me, surrounded by trees and like the wind blowing and birds and children laughing and shit like that. And I was like lying under this tree listening to a podcast. I mean, low-key, if I was reading a book, it would have been like next level shit. Like I would have been the main fucking character. Podcast is the next best thing. But I don't read, so that kind of ruined that. But I just had these moments where I was like so like content and just like calm, and it was so nice because I haven't had that in so long. And then like after that I went and like shopped by myself, and then I just went, I can't remember if I went home after that, but I think I went home and then walked the dog like around the fields that are around my house. I just like had a moment. But it was so nice that I'm trying to do it more often. So this is technically like alone time, I guess, as well. Even though I'm filming it, but it's still like doing something by myself. So that was an extremely long-winded way of saying I've done some things alone recently and I like it. That's the gist of it. But yeah, was fantastic. I highly recommend it. I know it sounds so stupid. I mean, it sounds dumb to even suggest it because I'm sure people do this. But if you're like me, I know it sounds stupid, but it's really good. Like if you take like your music or a podcast and just like have some time like with your head, but like not overthinking shit, but just like I can't explain it. Either way, if you have mental health stuff out there, whatever it is, highly recommend. I know how dumb it seems and how difficult it is to even think about that sometimes, and how you're just like, this is stupid, this isn't going to do anything, fuck that. Or like, I can't do it. Like, there's no way I could do that. I get it. But I know people always say this. But a bit of exercise. Oh my god, the amount of fucking times a therapist has said that to me. Bit of exercise, cup of tea. Bit of exercise, cup of tea. Why don't you have a bath? Why don't you have a bath? That'll solve all your issues. But no. A walk. I mean, you don't even have to go for a walk. You could literally just go somewhere and just sit. Like, even if you just like leave the house for like, just set yourself like a realistic goal of like 20 minutes. And then if you want to go back, you can go back. And if you don't, then you don't. It's going to be good. I promise. Okay, so this is so long and I had so many other topics that I wanted to talk about, but I guess I'm not going to be doing that. Anyway, I hope you're enjoying this so far. I mean, I'm having a great time, but that's just because I am a chatbox and I don't shut the fuck up. So this is just like fun for me. Okay, so that was my positive, alone time. Highly recommend. Very long-winded way of saying that I like alone time at the moment. I am also an extremely social person though. So I don't like alone time all the time, but either way. My negative of the day was gonna be TikTok in general, or more specifically, people who fake things on TikTok. This has been getting on my nerves recently, and I haven't really been able to talk about it to anyone. Or not that I haven't been able to, but like, I just haven't really. But I thought this would be a good topic for right now, because this is something that angers me to my core. Okay, so if you don't understand what I'm talking about, this particular genre of TikTok content is like, fake happy, like fake living the dream shit. So, I have a bit of a love-hate relationship with TikTok. I obviously do TikTok, and I enjoy it. I like making videos, and I'm not gonna lie, I get a bit of money from it, and that's good, and I'm happy about it. It's very helpful. But I have a very much love-hate relationship with it, and I'm just thinking, now that I'm thinking about it, I could talk about this for so long. It probably could be a full episode. So I'm going to try and keep it just very specifically on this like fake kind of content that I'm thinking about, and not get into all the other things that I like don't like about it, and have issues with. So I'm going to focus on this so I can keep the other shit for another episode. But this kind of content I'm talking about is, okay, so when you see, like, a lot of it is, like, relationship stuff. So it'll be, you know, a boyfriend and a girlfriend or a boyfriend and a boyfriend. I don't really see many lesbians do this. I think they're better than that. They're just elite, I feel like. So this is more towards the straight couples and the guy-on-guy couples. So what they'll do is kind of create this fantasy of that, you know, they're the perfect relationship, they're super happy, blah, blah, blah. But what always blows my mind is they set the camera up to do it. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I don't quite know how to explain it, because if you haven't seen it, I will be very surprised if you haven't seen it and you don't know what I'm talking about. But the only way that I can describe it is just like fake happy couple content. So, okay. So it'll be a video of a girl lying in bed, and the boyfriend will walk through the door. Camera's here, she's here, boyfriend's door is over here. He'll walk in and do some cringy fucking shit like, oh, my baby's asleep. And then he'll tuck her in, or he'll like hug and snuggle her, or like, I don't know, something like that, right? While the camera's there, and we're just like watching it. And then the caption will always be, he didn't know I was filming this. He didn't know I was filming this. This is just how he is. This is just how he acts. Or something like, I don't know, cringe, like baby forever, whatever the fuck, I don't know. Am I jealous? No, actually. I was going to say probably, but no, I'm not jealous, because I think if I ever did end up getting a boyfriend or girlfriend, I would no way. Never. Never am I setting up my phone. This is what blows my mind. Okay. So to film these videos, you have to set your phone up. You have to prop it up. Then you have to like make sure all the settings are good. Like, because on TikTok, you've got like the 15 seconds or the whatever, or the speed or whatever. Then they've got to click record and then get back into bed and pretend, and he's got to walk out and then walk back in, right? It makes me angry. It makes me really angry, because they'll do shit like this, and I see videos like that, and that is the first thing that pops into my head. The first thing that pops into my head is someone has had to prop that camera up and film this. Like, they've had to actively set this up. And then you go to the comments, and there are just, I'm presuming 12-year-olds. I'm presuming that there's no way that anyone in those comments is aged over 14. There's no way. Because anyone that's 14 plus or my age has to know that it's like fake and shit, right? Like, it's not good content. Anyway, well, if it's good content or not can be debated, but whatever. But all the comments under this fucking video of this boyfriend supposedly unknowingly snuggling his girlfriend, and that's just how they are, and blah blah blah, the comments are always like, oh, I really want this, or like, oh, if he isn't like this, then I don't want him, or this is so cute, what a cute, candid moment. And it just blows my fucking mind that they don't get it. They don't clog on that these people have had to set this up, click record, go outside and come back in and do it all again. Like, this isn't a real moment. Like, it's not like they're not living this moment. They're essentially acting. And it worries me that people don't clock on. Because majority of the time I go to the comments to try and find the ones that are like, this is weird, you've set this up. And they're just never there. The comments are never there. The top comments are always ones that are like, yay, like, I want this is so cute, I'm so happy for you, blah, blah, blah. Okay, another example of this fake content. So there's like the relationship-y kind of side of it, which is annoying, But like I can kind of let it slide because I'm like, they're like in a relationship. They want to get some cute videos together. I get it. It's fine. No hate, but also hate. The worst form of this content, personally, is overly emotional, fake TikTok content. I've just been realizing that I've been looking in the viewfinder this entire time. But if you're not watching, then that doesn't really matter. Anyway, overly emotional, fake TikTok content. Not my thing. Do not get it. Makes me so next level angry. It's not good. And by this I mean, okay, here's an example. I saw a TikTok the other day, and by that I mean like probably like a month or two ago, of this guy who walked into a pound shop, bought a trophy that just said proud of you, proceeded to buy the trophy while showing this, like filming it, right? Then took it back to his car, set his phone up in his car, filming himself, and proceeded to hold the trophy and shake it and cry. Now, I don't know if I'm just a non-empathetic arsehole, but to me, that makes me want to punch him in the face. And I will explain why. It's so dumb. I don't get it. There's also so many other instances where people will fake cry. I saw one where this guy was filming this homeless woman that he was friends with, and the beginning of it I was like, oh, cute, like, yeah, I get it. And I kind of knew where it was going because he was hinting, like, basically it ended up that she passed away, which, I'm not denying is unfortunate. I get it. And if he wants to make a TikTok about it, I get it. But I was watching this TikTok and it was like cute clips of them hanging out, and he was buying her like clothes and things she needed, and I was down. I get it. That's like the common question of when people do things for homeless people and then they film it, there's like the big debate of, does it really count if you film it? Which personally I am with it. Is that the right word? In some instances I get it, and I don't mind when they film the like interaction, because if they're like doing a good deed for someone, I kind of like to see that. Like, I like to see people being nice. Like, I get the concept of, they're filming it so they're just doing it for attention, but I feel like you can kind of tell if someone's doing it for like a good reason or not. So there's kind of like that. Anyway, back to this one video that I saw. They'd become friends. He was buying her a bunch of stuff, blah, blah, blah. And it was just clips of whatever. And then obviously at the end, he said that she passed away, and that was, that. And I get it. It's a sad video. I get it. But then the final clip that he decided to put in this video was an uncropped video of him setting his phone up, clicking record, stepping back, and then crying. Just like into the camera. Just like staring at the camera, crying. But he'd forgot to like crop the beginning bit out. So it was like a weird, like a that. It was just so weird to me. Because I feel like, to me, emotions are meant to be such a real, raw thing. And the concept of like setting your phone up before you cry is just such a, like, this whole thing of like, this is like a big thing on TikTok, which I hate. I don't like it when people are like cry on TikTok. There's so many people that will just post a video of them bawling their eyes out, or like even the ones where they're like, this is where I was and this is where I am now, and it's meant to be like a, I was in a really bad place and now I'm in a good place. The bad place is always clips of them losing their fucking mind on Snapchat. I've not once cried and my first thought been, you know what, I need to get my phone out and record this. I need to show other people that I'm upset right now. Like, that's weird. It's weird. I don't get it, and I don't like it. It makes me uncomfortable. And so many people do this on TikTok. There's this one guy called Spencer who is kind of big and, whatever. And I like some of his content. Like, sometimes he's really funny and whatever. I like his commentary videos. But because I follow him, I get all his content. Which means I get videos of him crying over, like, Olivia Rodrigo. To, like bawling his eyes out. And what am I meant to do with this? Like, what am I meant to do? Anyway, that's the kind of content I'm talking about. Getting back to the examples that I was talking about earlier. Setting the phone up and crying. Holding a trophy and crying at it and, like, visibly doing it, no offense, but, like, for attention, right? Like, there's no way that that's just, like, a moment that you had. Like, no one, like, actively goes out to a Poundland, buys a trophy that says, I'm proud of you, and then cries in their car. Maybe they do. But to me, that's like a personal moment, like, that you have. Not one where you film the whole process. Like, he even, like, filmed his feet walking in. He filmed him, like, picking it out, scanning it, putting it in the bag, carrying the bag back to the car, taking it out the bag, looking at it, and then crying. You're a psychopath. I don't get it. It blows my mind. Anyway, what adds a next level of anger towards this deep hatred that I already have for this kind of content is people that will then proceed to egg it on in the comments. And as I said earlier, I think it's younger people. It's gotta be. Like, there's no way an 18-plus-year-old is commenting under this video of this guy crying at a trophy saying, I'm proud of you, and saying, stay strong, I'm here for you, we're all here for you, we all love you, with a love heart. I'm sorry, I'm not having it. The thing is with TikTok is there's so much of this content. There's a sound going around at the moment, or it's been going around for fucking years, I swear, and it's a cute moment of this dad and this girl, and they're riding on the bike. I'm guessing he's teaching her how to ride a bike. So it's like a home video, and he says, like, oh, I'm so proud of you. And it's such a cute video, like, because it's real. It's like a moment between a dad and a daughter, and I get it. And that is actually, like, emotional. And it's a very, very cute moment, and I'm very glad that she shared it because it's adorable. But people will then take that sound of, like, I'm so proud of you, and it's just a video of them bawling their eyes out. Which is so weird to me. They're just, like, crying their eyes out, filming themselves with this, like, dramatic sound of, like, dramatic piano, and this, like, dad in the background being like, whoa, I'm so proud of you. And I just don't get it. I don't know if this is just a me problem and I just don't get it. Like, I just don't get it. But that's not to say that it doesn't make me angry, because it does. It makes me extremely angry, almost violently angry. I don't like it. Don't like it. But that's one of the main things that I'm not liking about TikTok at the moment, is there seems to be a lot more of that content, which I'm not interested in. It's slowly started to fizzle out. I think that's because my For You page is, like, catching on that I'm not interested, because I will immediately skip it. I'm like, fuck this. Or, like, even sometimes I'll always, like, go to the comments and see if, like, anyone else is, like, clocking on. Sometimes there's some people that are like, this is so fake, like, why would anyone, whatever. But I think people are so, like, TikTok's a weird place. Like, the comments, they're so funny because people can be so mean, but then also at the same time be so ridiculously empathetic and so sympathetic. I don't know if empathetic? That's not even a word. Did I just say that seriously? Sympathetic is a word. Anyway. TikTok comments are a funny place. Most of the comments under that video were, stay strong. We're here for you. We're going to get through this. Just know I'm proud of you. Like, strangers saying that to you. And he was, like, liking them and replying and saying, thank you so much. I needed this. I just don't get it. Right? I can't be alone. I can't be alone in this. There's no way. I'm not having it. So anyway, that is my current negative at the moment. At the same time, I don't really care. Like, if people want to make this content and people like it, or I don't know, whatever, I don't really care. But I did want to rant about it for a minute because I don't personally get it, and personally it kind of annoys the fucking shit out of me. But thankfully my For You page is catching up. I don't really have to see it anymore, so I'm like good. So anyway, that's my negative at the moment. I didn't realise that this was meant to be like a quick little positive negative. And I was going to say shit like, my positive is houseplants because I really like them. And my negative is cereal at the moment. Like, that was what it was meant to be. So, coming to the end of the podcast. Coming to the end of the podcast. Thank you so much for listening. I hope you have enjoyed yourself. I hope it's been vaguely good. I don't know. See, I'm new to this first episode, so if it's shit and I'm too rambly, that's okay. You don't have to listen. I will also probably try and get better at like sticking on a single topic, because there's so many things that I want to talk about, and so many like good topics I have, like that I know are like gonna be good like conversations. So I'm excited about that. I'm very, very excited. So hopefully I can keep up with this and post it more often. But either way, I hope you've enjoyed this little iPhone unboxing, mental health rant, TikTok rant, all sorts. It's been a whole mix. So I really hope you've enjoyed listening along. I feel like I like podcasts mainly because it's just like, it feels like a mate and you were just like chatting, which I really, really like. It's like my favorite thing. So hopefully it just felt like that. Hopefully you had a good time. And yeah, hopefully I'll see you. I don't know if it will be a weekly thing. I think it might be more of just a when I feel like it. But I don't know. Maybe I'll try and stick with an actual like routine. Maybe that'd be better. But either way, thank you so much for listening. Yeah. I hope it's been good. Sending you all love and hope you have a good week. And I'll hopefully see you soon with a new podcast. Very good episodes to come, so don't miss out on them. Okay,